So let's say you are a grade 7 student with a giant test on Friday. It's time to buckle in and hit the books. But wait, how should you actually study? What's the best way to prepare for your test? What study methods actually work? Well, not to worry, I'm Regan Weeb, and today we are going to explore the science of studying. There are an endless amount of study techniques, and it's hard to know which ones work or which ones might work for you. Everyone learns differently, and it's good to experiment and figure out what you find helpful. Even using a less effective method might be helpful for you if you enjoy it and feel more motivated to study. But in this video, we are going to break down the 3 most effective study techniques according to science. But first, we need to understand one key idea: active learning. This means that to learn things, you have to focus and force your brain to process and remember the information. It's a lot more work to do practice problems and flashcards, but it's also a lot more effective than rereading your textbook. Now, to the best study techniques. Number 1, practice testing. Practice testing is using practice tests and questions to help you learn something or remember something. When you read through a practice question your teacher did, or read through a paragraph in your textbook, you are trying to passively absorb the material. But when you actually work through questions yourself, you can really improve, and you will be more prepared for the actual test questions. In this table from a study on practice tests by Roediger, we can see how doing a practice test improves your grades on the real test, even if you don't have an answer key. And by using delayed feedback, this means doing a whole set of questions before going through the answer key, you can do even better. Another study on the testing effect by Dirkx showed that practice tests also help you understand complicated topics better. You can use practice testing when working through practice problems that you did in class, found in your textbook, or by redoing old assignments or quizzes without looking at the answer key till after. Number 2, retrieval. This is also called recall. This is similar to practice testing, but focuses more on memorization of small pieces of information. Do you remember learning sight words when you were learning to read? It's like that, looking at a word and remembering immediately what it means. This means studying a piece of information, waiting until you've forgotten it, maybe 6 minutes, and then trying to remember. A study by Roediger compared recall to restudying, like rereading, and found that recall is more effective, especially when recalling multiple times. You can use recall when trying to memorize small pieces of information. Flashcards are super good, but remember to try to remember something for a while before looking at the answers. Topic 3, elaborate interrogation. This study technique takes normal reading and makes it more active. To do this, after reading over a passage, you then try and ask yourself a big question, such as reading a paragraph about how moon phases work, and then asking yourself why the moon has phases, or how they work. Then you can give your best, longest answer talking about everything you just learned. Once you run out of things to say, then you can go back and look for anything you missed. A study done by Moreno showed that this helps you focus when reading and helps you prioritize what to remember, and also helps you with understanding. Bonus! So those are the top 3 study techniques, but here's one more, just for a bonus. Unlike the others, this one focuses on staying motivated. When studying, it's important to take breaks. This gives your mind a chance to relax and helps you focus when you are studying. But in a study by Biwer, it tested if it's better to have a timer telling you when to have breaks, or if you should have a break whenever you feel like it. As you can see in this table, using a timer will help you be more energized, concentrated, interested, and motivated. This timer technique is often called Pomodoro timer, but the important thing is not the length of the study session or break, but just using any timer to tell you how long to study for and how long to go on break for. So those are some of the best study techniques to help you get started in your academic career. Good luck on that test on Friday. Here are sources I talked about and a few more that I used for background research.